Hello there. How are you again? It's Kimi from Chronicles of Power.
Hi, Kimi.
Hi, boo. Alrighty, so I actually have a more detailed question in terms of your character in 402. So we saw a recent clip of you asking Tariq essentially for his forgiveness.
Mhm.
Do you think that Alex, or not Alex, but that Effie has earned any forgiveness from Tariq?
No, no, not at all. It's a little bit too far gone, I feel. She has essentially chosen her side, and I feel like when you go that far, if we're ever gonna be even, there's a whole lot more you have to do. So I'm hoping that she does that.
Thank you. And if she were to, how do you think she would be able to make it up to him if she ever could?
You got to make him some money. You got to take care of his heart, keep him safe. And overall, I mean, level up to she gonna have to prove over and over and over again that she would never double cross him the way that she has because I was reading this book and it was saying the minute that you do somebody wrong, they call it like a prick of pain. And the minute that you do that, they said your hemorrhage of ego will essentially be drained. So you do somebody wrong so many times and it's almost like never again.
Yeah. And I think he's probably closing the book on ever reconciling with Effie again.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what it feels like. Hopefully not though. I love them
I
too.
know. I know. I got my fingers crossed for you.
Yes.
So I'll say this. I read something about, obviously, I know that you have a niece and you just mentioned that earlier, but I also read that you said you don't see children in your future. Is there a reason for that?
I want to be the rich auntie for the rest of my living years. I just I really enjoy like being able to get up and do whatever I want whenever I want. And I feel like my career is going to be at its absolute prime in my 30s. And as much as, people tell me that I can just go get a nanny, I would never be able to do that. Absolutely not. I can't. Like my child has to be with me 24/7. So yeah, I've never seen it in my future. I love to spoil other people's kids.
Sure. I get that. I used to say the same thing. It'll come if it's supposed to happen, but I completely get the rich auntie vibes.
Yes, yes.
From our last question, I know sometimes we ask little personal questions, but I actually have another character question. Do you think that Effie is settling for Kane because things didn't necessarily work out with Tariq because she had to always be in self-preservation mode when she dealt with him?
Um, I'm gonna get a little deep as well. Trigger warning for anybody of, sexual assault. She has come out to say that she has been molested, um, she's been sexually assaulted, and she's been abandoned. That has been her entire history. So I don't want to say that she settled for Kane because I think that her and Kane do have a lot in common and they do make a lot of sense depending on who you ask and taking feelings out of it, they do make a lot of sense. However, I think because of her history with being abandoned and her history of, just being molested, it leaves your core extremely vulnerable. And so I don't want to say that she settled, but I would also say that she I feel like she doesn't even have it in her to abandon him right now in a time that he needs the most. Like they're both in very vulnerable situations and she could never find that in her heart to just leave him high and dry, which is really sad because like it's definitely not in her best interest. And we know that her best interest is to get out. But man, when you have that type of history with no healing or therapy, it's really hard to do the best thing for yourself sometimes.
Thank you for that.
Mhm.